Zachary Levalle here in the RWA zone at Our Lady of the Rosary for RWA Ambition, and I am joined by the holder of the prestigious Jeremy Bell, the ace, Mike Montero. After defending this belt definitively in your signature El Dirte Scramble, no less. Now that this is firmly in your possession, what's the future hold for the ace here in his home?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? I think the question is, when is Mike Montero going to cash this thing in? And now, I know what this represents. It represents a shot at any championship, anytime I see fit. But I also see this as a chance to put my name on the marquee, because it's been a long time since I was the RWA champion. Almost 10 years, in fact. And I couldn't think of a more fitting place. I couldn't think of a more fitting ending than to challenge whoever the RWA champion is at the biggest one of them all, at RWA Legacy.
What a statement. A legacy to uphold, being held up by the ace, Mike Montero. Let's take it back to ringside.
We got to settle the rumble, and it is for the RWA Tag Team Championship.
We've said it all night. The prestigious RWA Tag Team Championships are on the line today. And how about a team that's been testing themselves time in and time again? Welcome back, Lex Lozano, along with Diego Alvarez. Guapo Suave here.
Yeah, when that beat drops, you know what that means. It means that top guys are about to enter the room and come back to the RWA. It's Guapo Suave.
Team number one, the challenger. Weighing in into the weight of 430 pounds. From your Brooklyn, the lover boy, Lex Lozano. To be true,
Guapo Suave coming out here confident as ever. Diego Alvarez tested himself against the best of Stephen Moss. And now bringing on Lex Lozano. I'm excited, but I'm scared a little bit. The unit haven't taken over this tag team division, but this could be the challengers that break it all.
Yeah, the Zone loves tag team wrestling. And this is one of those matches at the moment it was announced, it just got that excitement really rolling. And there's a reason for that, because these guys right here, the top guys, Guapo Suave, have really been making a name for themselves in tag team wrestling. But when it comes to the unit, the goal has been simple: bring legitimacy back to tag team wrestling here in RWA, New England, and independent wrestling as a whole. But that is quite the challenge in front of our defending champions. As I mentioned, what happens when their beat drops, but when this one drops, it means we've officially entered unit territory.
Fan favorites here in the RWA. RWA is unit territory, and JT Dunn and AJP proving it tonight as they got a challenge ahead of themselves. Let's talk about proving themselves against the best of the absolute best. JT Dunn and Trigger the OG originally winning, and as we know, it's three-bird rules. Him and AJP have been dominating the scene. But what a challenge we had to have themselves.
Yeah, you called the unit fan favorites, and I'd say that's a bit of a stretch when it comes to JT more so than AJP. I mean, obviously, that is the pride and joy, the heart and soul of the RWA is AJP. But the RWA faithful haven't been too reciprocating of JT's methods of getting through to AJ to unlock the real AJP. But clearly, in this tag team title reign, with this free bird of the titles, it's really brought in a new inspiration for AJP. It's gotten him back into that champion's mindset that he has needed to take over the wrestling world, the way the unit has taken over the world, promotion by promotion, everywhere they go. And it's brought them right back here to the RWA to defend those titles against a team like Guapo Suave.
Referee Nick Knox holding up the prestigious RWA Tag Team Championships. JT Dunn, AJP taking on Guapo. What? Hold on. What is he doing here? What's he?
Oh, come on. I thought we had enough of him.
If you thought that I was done with the unit, you were sorely mistaken. If I was wearing a belt, I doubt that the monarchy would bring death to the units. Whether it be in this screen or on this microphone, I'm going to tell the world how big of pieces of garbage these guys are.
Please, no. I'm not trying to do this.
No, come on.
Don't worry. You don't.
Dick Lane already took our job earlier. Please don't tell me I'm about to lose my job.
I don't. Do you want to tell BNT no?
I mean, I am in no position to do that. I mean, I should probably maybe go get some updates in the zone on some of the craziness that's happened throughout the night. Here, Your Highness. Shut up. Okay.
Shut up. And it looks like we're going to be joined by BMT. BMT, welcome for joining us. But I got to ask you, you say you want to bring death upon the unit. What is it about these guys? Is it because you lost your RWA Tag Team Championships? Is it because they beat you 4-4? What's the reason, do you think?
How are you doing, Zach? I mean, I'm doing great, Your Highness. You know, I'm glad that we can have the astute vision and mindset of a former tag team champion, former heavyweight champion, one of the most accredited superstars in the entire RWA locker room out here for what is set to be a banger of a tag team championship match.
Well,
did you see that?
Yeah,
that's how you talk to me.
Well, I'm worried about the match going on right now. It looks like we need our starting quarterback for BMT. The question is, once again, why are you joining us here on commentary?
BMT, let me ask you a more astute question. As a former tag team champion, if you are the unit, if you are Guapo Suave, what is the most important thing that they are going to have to keep in mind to walk out with the championships that sit in front of them?
So let me answer both of your questions. First, you, Zach. What is most important is Guapo Suave needs to realize they are a team, and AJP and JT Dunn are new to the tag team game. They may be in the unit, but until recently, they've never teamed up. Take advantage of that, and we'll have new champions. As for you, I hate the ground that JT Dunn walks on. I hate everything he stands for, and this goes back almost 20 years to when he was mentored by me. I dare say when he was my young boy, asking me for advice, asking me for feedback, and now he comes around strutting like I never existed. I will destroy him, destroy his unit, and destroy his life.
And you know, BMT, to go with that, you talk about seeing JTD and all that. For JT especially, you said you saw him since he was a mentor, you saw everything. What has changed about JT Dunn? Originally giving your advice and helping this guy, but what has changed about JT Dunn, you think?
He's traveled the world, I will give him that, and he's faced some of the best. But at the end of the day, he's still in New England, making it seem like he's a god amongst men.
And he wouldn't be able to come back to places like the RWA if it wasn't for the hard work of somebody like a BMT establishing the dominance of the tag team division here for JT Dunn to come back to and reinvigorate AJP.
Let's remember something before you say something stupid, Chris. Before I came here, they were canceling shows due to poor ticket sales. Before I came here, we couldn't pack this church. Now I come here, guys like Jason Blade are showing up. We're having talent from all over New England show up to compete in things like the Monarchy Royal Invitation Tag Team Tournament. After all these years, I got JT Dunn to come back.
After all these years, we talk about the Royal Monarchy Invitational Tournament. There's an asterisk next to it. I mean, you guys won, but we're not going to say it was a clean win. Little asterisk next to it. Peter Gianni was a factor. Young boy, super pro. Does this any of this ring a bell?
A win's a win, sir. Well, a win is a win. If Tom Brady can be called the GOAT after playing with a deflated football, I could be called a champion and a winner if I had my buddies give me a little bit of unexpected help.
And if the Zoe can bring things back to the ring, there's a reason why someone like a Diego Alvarez calls himself the most complete professional wrestler, because he is controlling the ring right now against the heart and soul of the RWA, the man who literally builds this team in AJP. But I might have spoke too soon after that swing blade.
Big sling blade right there. AJP still in control. BMT looking on right now alongside on commentary. Firing up right now. We talk about RWA being the house that AJP and JT Dunn have built. JT Dunn's in this match now.
I mean, BMT has a lot of experience when it comes to facing the unit in tag team championship scenarios, so he is quite familiar to seeing the sequence of events that are coming through on the pass of Guapo Suave.
I have faced the unit in Rhode Island, in northern Massachusetts, in southern Massachusetts, in New York, in Connecticut. I have faced them all over the place. And if there's one thing they don't have, it's the monarchy's number. What they get are fluke wins. Fluke. But what won't be a fluke, piece of garbage, what won't be a fluke is when the unit exists no more at my hands.
Do you think that the Monarchy's kingdom expands much further than unit territory?
Oh, there's no such thing as unit territory since I came back. This is the monarchy's realm, and they are just commoners and peasants in it.
Well, JT Dunn showing why the RWA has always been a home to him, where he got some of his freshest and earliest starts. Has helped them near every championship here.
Don't give me that garbage. He's home. He's home. The minute he got a little attention, he bounced out of here quicker than somebody thought who said they were getting milk.
And JT does not bounce off the boots of Lex Lozano as he comes in the tag, and look at that slingshot elbow from the big lover boy. He'd love to pick up a victory, but not yet, only a 2.
Guapo Suave has been spending this past year collecting championships left and right now. BMT, I gotta ask you, you talk about the chemistry of the Monarchy, you have captured tag team championships left and right. What makes a perfect tag team? You look at guys like Guapo Suave and unit. What makes the Monarchy stand out?
We are the most consistent team in all of New England. You name another team that's been together over 20 years without a single hint of a breakup, a single hint of dysfunction. Since 2007, it's been BMT and Eric.
I hate to interject, but I mean, was there maybe a little bit of disruption between you and your queen during that Omni Championship match with Shea Cash? Is there something there, maybe?
20 years, the monarchy reigned supreme. Difference of opinions, yes, but there is no more of a consistent team out there than the monarchy.
Well, right now, Guapo Suave working like the most well-oiled machine you can possibly find anywhere on the Northeast, keeping JT in Guapo Suave territory of the RWA ring as Diego Alvarez into the cover, but yet only another 2.
Only a 2 count. BMT, I gotta ask you, I mean, you coming out here talking about the unit, saying you're going to destroy the unit. I mean, Peter Gianni lost. He's not a part of your crew anymore, it seems like. We had Prince Shamari lost with you. What happened to Young Boy? What happened to Super Pro? Johnny Medina? I mean, BMT, there's nobody else here that, I don't want to say dear friend, I'm not going to say that, but there's pretty much nobody else.
There are always casualties in war. Always. It's expected. But at the end of the day, I am the king of New England for a reason. And as a wise man once said, there's always a plan B.
Well, right now, Guapo Suave looking to keep things to their plan of a great double team neckbreaker on the 1 JT Dunn, but still yet only another 2. But you can see the frustration mounting.
Championship action.
Continue to see a little smirk here on the face of BMT as Lex Lozano is raining down right on his sworn enemy, JT Dunn.
There's nothing more I love doing on a Sunday than being in the Lord's house, watching somebody punch JT Dunn in the face.
You go to church today, BMT?
I did. 9 a.m.
Gotta give credit where credit
Got
is.
some of that free bread and wine.
It's gotta give credit, but speaking of credit, Lex Lozano, one of the strongest competitors in the game, just messing with JT Dunn, just trying to toy around with him. Prestigious RWA championships on the line. RWA tag team champion going right into that bottom buckle.
Damn, they could have flung him all the way back here. That's how powerful a guy like Lex Lozano is.
Do that again. One more time. One more. No. These people don't know anything. This is Providence. The average IQ here is -4.
The RWA faithful may not like the tactics, but you cannot deny the results. Right now, Guapo Suave has complete control over the unit in this RWA Tag Team Championship match here tonight at Ambition.
Look at that. Look, what can I tell you? These guys, Dunn and AJP, he's just sitting there watching his partner get beat up. If they were an established team, he wouldn't know what to do. He would know how to help JT close the gap, but they don't know what they're doing. He's sitting there watching two men beat up his partner. That's not a team.
Well, I mean,
that's a convenient acquaintanceship.
I mean, AJ tried to come in, but obviously they're enforcing the tag team rules, and now JT just hitting anything that moves, puts an insecurity right into the kisser of Poppy Guapo, and this may be what he needs to get to AJP. Needs to get there in the worst way possible.
I hate this city. I just hate it so much. Oh, my Lord. You know, Rhode Island's not even a state.
Well, yeah, it's one of the 50.
Yeah, no. It's like the excrement of Massachusetts.
Well, speaking about being that extra factor right there, AJP trying to be one being shoved off by Lex Lozano. JT Dunn getting Diego, but once again, 2-on-1, talking about being the better tag team. Guapo Suave, they're standing strong right now.
JT Dunn, a guy who has sat on the learning tree of a guy like Chris Hero, one of the most accomplished tag team wrestlers in New England right now, is absolutely getting it taken to right now by Guapo Suave. That cannot be understated here tonight.
Oh, where's his partner? That's right. On the floor.
After a big shot from Lex Lozano, again, maintaining control of the ring at every single turn. Have JT in a precarious position, the worst way possible. 2-on-1, trapped in a neutral corner. But JT desperately fighting his way out of there.
JT Dunn not done yet. Double stop to the back of Lozano. How about Diego with an El Dorte? Can he make the tag now? This could be the moment he needs.
Pulling out all the classic tricks is JT Dunn.
What a cheater. What a cheater.
How?
Close fists.
I mean, you literally call the cutter El Dorte.
Yeah.
Tag into AJP, pretty fresh in this match. Can he capitalize on the opportunity?
He's not on the floor anymore. AJ is flying and gets a 2-for-1 off the crossbody. Letting Providence will him on. But he's got a lot of catching up to do if he wants to keep the RWA Tag Team titles in possession of the unit. Away from Guapo Suave, using Diego as a weapon against Lux. Puts the knee in the temple. AJ on a roll.
Running Bulldog drilling him down. This could be the opportunity. Can he continue to capitalize? Picking up Lex Lozano, going to the top. No, wait. Drilling him down. BMT, you felt that one from here?
Yeah, you know how else I feel that AJP's a mistake.
BMT familiar with a lot of the signature offense of an AJP in their classic battles over the RWA title. And AJP looking to find the escape sequence to escape. Still tag champion. Dropping Bobby Guapo on his neck. Into the cover to kick the title. And you hear the king shouting, kick out, and that's exactly what Diego did.
BMT, over here we don't let you bias, cards down the middle. What do you mean kick out, kick out?
I'm going to pull your tie until your face turns yellow and green.
I'll pass on that opportunity.
Right.
Please don't anger him, because if you have to leave and I have to do commentary with the king, I mean, that may not be the worst thing, though. Maybe keep talking.
As AJP now swinging a miss. Big elbow right there. Big forearm drilling into Diego. Strike for strike, blow for blow. Big knee from Alvarez.
There we go.
Continuing to prove
this is a tag team.
Guapo Suave calling their shot. AJP brushing Alvarez off. 2-on-1 right now.
Like I said, gotta catch him in the first way to get the parlay. But Guapo Suave, they get it here. Wow. It's still not over, boys.
What a scumbag. Has to run from the outside when he's not paying attention and push him over. How pathetic. His shoes don't even match his pants.
JT Dunn trying to pick Diego Alvarez up. Big strike right there, knocking the wind right out of him, but out. Lozano from behind.
Pull the rest of his hair out.
Turnabout's is fair play as he turns it around and sends Lozano out of the ring, but pops him back. Recoiling, now coming back into the ring is the big lumber boy. And BMT is loving everything he's seeing. Uh-oh.
Doing.
Grabbing AJ.
Slam him
right
through the
there.
mat.
Taking him up for the choke slam. This could do it. Oh! Elbow to Lozano. Out of nowhere with that death by elbow. Saving AJP from that choke slam.
Of course, he has to hit somebody from behind.
Alvarez getting picked up. AJP thrown it to the canvas cover. Can they do it? They did it! BMT, hate to say I told you so, but and still, your RWA Tag Team Champions, JT Dunn and AJP.
There's always a plan B.
Big statement made by BMT right there. Always a plan B, Zach. I don't really know what he means by always a plan B.
I mean, he is BMT. It may go right in his way, but tonight things didn't go his way as the unit retained the tag team titles. The real AJP, the one JD Dunn, continue their mission of tag team dominance in RWA and New England and wrestling at large.
JT Dunn going to the outside, happy and satisfied with the match. And it's AJP picking up Diego, offering a sign of respect, and JT Dunn's a little shocked by too.
Despite the King's opinions, despite anything that may have just happened out here, the fact of the matter is those are two absolute elite tag teams in professional wrestling, and they just went out here tonight for the RWA faithful in little old Providence, Rhode Island, and put on an absolute clinic that they can all be proud of.
Respect being shown all across the board. Lex Lozano and Diego Alvarez putting the fight up tonight. But at the end of the day, Guapo Suave, unit territory. I would love to see this match again. Part 2 down the line.
Absolutely. I mean, there's many different configurations of the unit that this could happen with, but regardless of the result, wait, what the? BMT's right far from done, taking a cheap shot at his sworn enemy. Respect and sportsmanship be damned.
BMT and Guapo Suave telling us he always has the plan B.
Clearly, with all the members of the King's Guard that have been dropping off like flies, a plan B may have been find yourself some new allies, and who better than a couple of top guys?
BMT, Diego Alvarez, Lex Lozano, boasting the most. This is on call. This is all right. Come on.
I thought we were seeing a really wholesome display. But sometimes you got to take that dirty road to the top. And as far as BMT is concerned, he will continue.
BMT calling a shot as he is right there to the top. Cutter to JT Dunn.
Maintaining a cut above with that cut above. Raining down on JT Dunn and ushering in a new royal regime as it may seem.
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you the new monarchy.
Short and sweet from BMT, making a statement known. Lex Lozano, Diego Alvarez have aligned with the King. I said it to you before, everyone BMT has fallen, but he always had a plan B. This is unreal.
And this is a whole new factor being added to the RWA locker room. A whole new threat being unleashed in a locker room that has Tom Billington and Dick Lane running around, mosh pit, and above all, now we have to deal with a whole new monarchy. And it looks like there's going to be a lot of knee bending in the near future.
We have a lot of questions that need answers, but for the meantime, let's give it to our sponsors, and we will be back in a short time.